Hello, welcome to my very first video. If you clicked on this, you must be interested in knowing how I lost 110 pounds. So here's my story. That was me. I started at 230 pounds. That was my start weight. And a question I always get asked is how did I do it? What kept me going? And how long did it take me? So I'm gonna try to answer as much as I can. So it all started because at 19 years old, I was told I was pre-diabetic. I went to the doctor due to headaches and having no energy. I just didn't feel good. Um, I went to the doctor. I hated going to the doctor because every time I went, my doctor would be mad at me and tell me I had to lose weight and I was overweight and I just knew it, but I just didn't want to hear it. So in that visit, they told me I was pre-diabetic. Of course, I didn't listen. I went back home and continued my unhealthy lifestyle. I would always eat out. I would rarely cook, and if I did, it would be greasy Mexican food. I was not active, and I just really didn't care about my health. I did hate the way I looked. I hated seeing myself in the mirror. I would compare myself to other girls that were thin and and were confident, and I was the opposite. Um, but again, I would never do anything to change it. I noticed that as the years went by, I kept on gaining weight and just feeling worse and feeling unhappy, and I would just look at myself in the mirror and just call myself names, and I just knew I had to do something. But my headaches continued. I went back to the doctor, and definitely they told me your sugars are high enough to be considered diabetic, and I had high cholesterol. That to me was that woke me up. That I was so upset and mad at myself for letting myself get to that point when I know I could have prevented that. I was put on medication for to control my sugar levels and cholesterol, and I was just so upset that I had to wait that long to make a change. But again, if I was never told that, I would probably still be living the same or even worse. So what I did, I went home and I weighed myself and I said, "This is the start." Like that. That's how I started. I didn't wait for Monday. I didn't wait for next year. I started that day. I remember being in the car, going home, crying, upset, but I was determined. It opened my eyes, and I told myself, do not worry about losing weight. Just focus on getting healthy. And I was told that diabetes is something you will have forever and you cannot reverse, but I was determined to prove first to myself, my family, and the doctors that it was possible. I was just determined. I was at the point in my life when I was just tired of being tired. I just knew I had to do something. And at first, it was hard for me. I had no idea where to start. I had no help from anyone. So I did what I thought was right, which was clean eating, just eating healthy. I was never like a big soda drinker, but I was like a big sweet tooth girl and chips and all that. So slowly I started cutting, I started substituting things. I I started eating more veggies, drinking more water, slowly getting rid of junk food. Um, I just fell in love with healthy food. I started loving to cook and preparing my own food, and I just love cooking and learning new recipes. Um, so everything was going good. My fitness wasn't that great at first. I started with just walking because I couldn't even run. Then I noticed I could run, and then I started like little workouts here and there at home, just looking online, I wouldn't really do weights or anything extreme at first. I would just do like little squat challenges and just try to keep my heart rate up. I would just look at random workouts online, and I just did the best that I could, trying to be active, which it was way more than what I was doing before. I would walk to the store instead of riding the car, and just little things here and there. It was really hard at first. I would get super tired, but I just kept on going. And the more I did it, the easier it became. And then I discovered calorie counting. I started counting calories. Then I realized I was really under eating. And that explained why I was losing weight so fast. At first, I lost 5 pounds my first week. Then I lost 2 to 3 pounds a week, sometimes four. And then because I didn't know, I was just eating healthy and I didn't know how much I had to eat. I just stopped eating late at night and just ate a lot of veggies. Like I said, I got this app where you count calories. I had lost weight already, like most of my weight just with clean eating. Then I realized people started noticing. I started noticing. I felt better. I didn't have headaches anymore. I went back to my doctor after I lost like 60, 70 pounds. He told me that I didn't need medication, to just continue doing what I was doing, and I was cleared. I didn't need that was the happiest day of my life. And that pushed me to keep on going, and I wanted more. I wanted to see what how much more I could do. So I started counting calories. Then I noticed, hey, the less I eat, the lower my calories are, the more weight, the faster I lose the weight. So I became obsessed, and I started fearing food. I didn't want to go out to eat. I was scared to go over my calories. Then I started getting really bad side effects. Like I started losing hair. I couldn't think straight. I lost my period. And I thought it was normal because I thought, oh, maybe because I'm losing weight and my body's changing. But honestly, I was just starving myself. And I was just looking unhealthy. I didn't feel good, but I kept losing weight. So I thought I was doing good. But then I snapped out of it myself and I said, no, this is not okay. I can't live like this. So slowly I started researching and adding more calories and fats because I was really low fat. I was really low carb. Um, and then I realized I was low everything. I was barely eating. So I started adding calories myself and then I started feeling better. Then I started creating my own recipes. I made my own Instagram page with my recipes and creating my own like desserts, but low sugar. And that honestly helped me so much because I always have a sweet tooth. And with my own baked goods, I would satisfy myself and I didn't need to go and go eat a cake. I just would make my own. And so I started just coming up with different recipes and food. Like I would not eat boring. People think that all I ate was like salads. No, I would just make what everybody else eats, but I would just add veggies or swap ingredients and made it healthier. So then I discovered macros. So you guys know by now what macros are. It's basically protein, fats, and carbs. And then I learned a lot about food. I would weigh my food and I had like my own macros. And that's how I started reversing that I was under eating. I started adding more slowly, and I realized I was not gaining weight, which I was so scared of. And but then I realized again that I was obsessing over them. I wouldn't want to eat something that would not fit my macros, and after that I discovered weightlifting because I would not lift weights during my weight loss. which I regret now because I was one of those that thought, oh, lifting weight makes you look manly, or no, don't think that. Building muscle takes a lot of work, and I wish I would have started earlier, but I didn't. So I started lifting weights and I just fell in love with it. I was determined to shape my body because, like I said, I was not happy. I was just looking skinny fat. And it's very hard to gain muscle. So I would add more protein, more carbs, and then I realized slowly that I wanted to get out of that macro counting. I stopped slowly and just eat without weighing everything. That was really hard too. Um, but I slowly did it, and which I was pretty good at eyeballing everything. I could tell how much I eat. I can tell if I'm overeating, undereating, and like I'm finding balance slowly. And when I go out to eat, I always try to go for the best option. But if I do crave something else, I'll have it and move on. And which before I would just be upset and cry and be mad at myself, and the next day barely eat because I ate too much the night before. But that's something that I can make a separate video. I know a lot of people struggle with that, with binging and feeling bad and labeling food as good or bad. Um, but yeah, like that's how I lost 110 pounds. I'm just being honest and telling you guys how it happened. I just want you to know that if you're out there struggling and think that you can't do it, I can tell you I was one of those. I cannot believe I could change my body the way I did. And it's amazing how the body works. And there's another person in you that you don't know, that you need to discover. And the only way is working hard and not giving up, because that's why I failed many times, because I would feel like I failed one day and I just gave up. And no, you have to keep on going. You have to be tired of being tired. If you are comfortable with the way you're living and you are happy, you're not going to change. You're not going to change, and you just have to be done. If you truly want to change your life and live a healthier lifestyle, no one can push you or make you do it but yourself. I had no one to push me. I did it myself. And if you don't know when to start, how to start, just start right now. Don't wait. Just don't wait. Just start by changing with little steps. My advice is start with leaving soda if that's what you drink, or chips, or all the junk food that's really no good for you. Just slowly leave it and swap it for something else, and you're gonna know that you're gonna realize that your body is going to get used to whatever you're feeding it. And everybody follows different diets. If it's your macros, low carb, um, paleo, but honestly, you are gonna find what works for you. If it's something you know you won't be able to keep for the rest of your life, don't do it, because that is called a diet. Diets don't work. I know that because I tried many of them. What you have to do is change your life, change your lifestyle, and that's the only way to maintain. That's why when I got into my head that this is not a diet, that's how I changed, and that's how I've maintained my weight loss. It's been 3 years. And if you're wondering how long it took me, it was around 9 months that it took me to lose 110 pounds. I've gained a little bit, but that's because when you build muscle, you gain a little bit of weight. And I really don't care because I love how my body's turning. Um, I'm not saying I'm the strongest or the best looking girl out there, but when I compare my pictures, I'm really amazed sometimes. And sometimes I'm hard on myself. I don't give myself enough credit for what I've done. But then I go back and look at my pictures and I feel proud. And I'm not here to become famous or to get 1 million subscribers or make a living out of this. No, I'm really truly willing to help anyone. So please, if you have any questions, anything, just ask me and I will try my best to help and give my best advice. I'm not a nutritionist, a personal trainer, nothing, but I've been there and I felt hopeless before and I felt like giving up before, but you can do it and I'm here. Please, you can follow me on Instagram. I will try to be more active and post more recipes. Sometimes it gets hard because of life, work, gym, but I will try my best. Um, so please, if you know anyone that's struggling with losing weight and or is sick, has diabetes, please um, show them this video, and I hope I help at least one of you guys. If at least one of you guys or two get inspired and I inspire them to change their lifestyle, to me that means everything. I don't need more. So yeah, I'm excited and give me ideas. This is my very first video, so it might kind of suck, but it's okay. Um, Thank you so much for taking time out of your day, and I hope you subscribe and support this. Okay, bye.